This feels really beautiful to start another relationship series, because the last ones we had were really, really, really good. At least we felt that, and yeah, everybody in the group expressed that too. So healing and so deepening, very purposeful and very clarifying. So we had, it was last spring, I think. Yeah, so it's very nice to have a whole new group. Most of you are new to this group.
And a few of you who aren't new have had such massive life changes. I guess we should tell everyone else to buckle in. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. Moving to new countries, marriages, all kinds of things happen.
Yeah, huge. And you probably have had a lot of relationship changes too, all of you. You have been in the group, but also others were new for the last year, because relationships are always kind of changing in a sense. They're deepening, or maybe sometimes there are new relationships starting, or the old ones are deepening. Very good. So we can take a moment now just to start by inviting the Holy Spirit and settling in, becoming really present, really comfortable. And we will give this whole relationship course to the Holy Spirit for our healing, for each and everyone's healing. So we give this time over to you, Spirit, to lead us, to lead myself and Barret as facilitators, and to allow each and everyone to feel safe, feel open-hearted, open-minded, to let your teaching in and your healing in for maximal benefit and progress. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for guiding us so lovingly. Thank you for bringing everyone here, bringing us all together. Amen. Yeah. And I feel to thank every one of you who is showing up, because this is such we are here, I think, because of special relationships, because of specialness. That is why we are here tonight, actually. And that's why we find ourselves here on earth. It's because of specialness. And of course, Course in Miracles talks so much about specialness as this kind of force that is there when we think we are an individual self, when we think we are a personality. So we struggle because of that, because there is conflict because of a special self and a private perception of the world. And so that's why Jesus is very helpful in the course, to help us undo specialness and transform our relationships. He's not saying we should give up our relationships, but he is saying that if we make them special, we will not feel happy and we will feel lost. So we need to give them to him for his use, to be able to become happy, to have any chance to become happy. And this is a process. So yeah, that's very good that you have the courage to be here and to work with us on this. We were finding, it's easy to find stuff about special relationships in the course, because Jesus needs to talk to us a lot about that, because it's such an ingrained, fixed thing here in this world. So we were just feeling to read a couple of paragraphs when we start.
Because of guilt, all special relationships have elements of fear in them. This is why they shift and change so frequently. They are not based on changeless love alone. And love, where fear has entered, cannot be depended on because it is not perfect. In his function as interpreter of what you made, the Holy Spirit uses special relationships, which you have chosen to support the ego, as learning experiences that point to truth. Under his teaching, every relationship becomes a lesson in love. The Holy Spirit knows no one is special, yet he also perceives that you have made special relationships which he would purify and not let you destroy. However unholy the reason you made them may be, he can translate them into holiness by removing as much fear as you will let him. You can place any relationship under his care and be sure that it will not result in pain if you offer him your willingness to have it serve no need but his. All the guilt in it arises from your use of it, all the love from his. Do not then be afraid to let go your imagined needs, which would destroy the relationship. Your only need is his. So this is from chapter 15, section 5. If you'd like to go back and look at it later. It's such a beautiful message. You can place any relationship under his care and be sure that it will not result in pain. That's a pretty bold statement. But that's really what we're being called to in every relationship, every connection with any person, to find the way that we can really hand it into Holy Spirit's care. And what does that mean? It means that we release every bit of guilt, every bit of fear that we have in that, until it's completely pure and only has happiness and light left in it. So it might feel like a tall order, but it's a worthy order. It's a worthy goal. It's what we're going for here.
Yeah. So, shall we open up and see what you would like to come of this? Maybe you have an intention or a prayer around what you would like to deepen, or something you would like to put on the altar around relationship, mainly. That's usually what everyone is dealing with.
So my introduction is, my name's Anna, and at this point I've been on so many of these awakened relationship series that it's for me now, kind of worked all the people through. And today and yesterday, I just got a really big eye-opening that it's time for me to love me. So I'm really here to deepen my relationship with myself, because I have abused myself so badly, or seems that way. And everything just has become very clear in the past day. It's my turn. So I'm here to to know myself. I have written on my mirror, I am open to being shown the truth of who I am, and that's just been what's guiding me. And I'm really excited to know myself, because as a result, I will know all of you, or know all of you and know myself. And just, yeah, this series has been so helpful in just peeling away the layers of relationships, like all the kinds of relationships, including special relationships. And now it's really down to me. And I'm excited about that, because it makes me sick to think of how I've treated myself. Yeah. And I'm not doing that anymore. So yeah. And I'm an old vet at these things. It's not my first time. Yeah. So that's my share. And welcome everybody. This is exciting. Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful.
All right, who's throwing their hat in the ring next? Laurie.
Yeah, we'll get it out the way. No, I don't like the introductions. Yeah, just listening to the opening, what you shared was, yeah, just I feel so much gratitude for everything that's happened since you two have come into our lives. And it was so transformative, the last series, that I was almost lost for words. I couldn't believe what happened in that short amount of time. I'm Laurie, by the way. And yeah, my prayer, what is my prayer? My prayer is, my intention for this session is just to kind of open up to allowing this to become a holy relationship. It already is going that way, but to develop that and feel, when we're discussing today, for me, it's to feel safer. We've been trying to practice the clarity process when we do our expression sessions and not like interrupt, and so that's my intention, that we're able to be more helpful in it and not doing the attack and defense, and to forgive ourselves when we don't manage that. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'd say thanks for the introduction of you, Barret.
Yeah.
Just as you were talking, I kind of was just looking back, and before we put the meeting on, we said it was like 12 months ago that we'd done the first one. March. Yeah, and just thinking back to God, what's happened since we started them. It kind of feels unbelievable with what happened. Yeah, it's just I can't. There's no words that can describe it. To be honest,
I think the old Gareth is gone. I think he's no longer the one you were. You're no longer is.
I think he still comes back every now and then. So yeah, just looking at that, and probably what Laurie said just about, yeah, just how we do it and just moving forward, the clarity process, and not taking things personal, and yeah, just moving on to holy relationship. So probably a similar prayer.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Sounds great.
Yeah. I would like to come next. Ida, you need to unmute yourself. There is a little button where you unmute. Let's see, maybe.
Like that?
Yeah, there. You found it, yeah.
Yes, thank you. Well, Jenny, you asked me if I wanted this, and I didn't look for it because I'm alone, and I've been alone for 25 years, but my relationship with myself isn't that good, I think. so inspired also by Anna. I think this is what I have to work on. And of course, I have relationships with a lot of other people who could probably be better sometimes. But right now, and these last 2 days, I've been really in a crisis, I think existential crisis, where I really don't know what to do about myself. Yeah, so I guess that
Yeah.
and I have had time believing that it can change, I think. Because every morning I ask to listen to the Holy Spirit instead of myself. And yeah. I guess that's all right now. Yeah. But I like to I need something else. Then I'm in my I'm 68 and I don't really know what to do with my life anymore. But it's ups and downs. And now it's down. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ida. And thanks for putting it out there too, what you're going through right now. And we will be with that and talk more. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think Kat maybe was, coming on. And then I see Wesley and Angie too.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kat. It is really lovely to be here. I received a message from Jenny and I didn't even think about it. I just said, yes, we're both him. And it just felt like maybe an answer to a prayer. And yeah, my intention really is to heal my mind and to heal this addiction to specialness in my relationship and in every other relationship, to let go of this need to experience love outside of myself. And as a couple of you have already spoken about, to develop this relationship within myself. And it's actually something that we have been working on for the last couple of days, week maybe. Also just asking for help. And the help came in the form of love yourself. Like really love yourself. And it's been something that we've been working with as a family for about a week now, and just in that feels like shifts already, but it's not always easy to do. It's not always easy to let go of the personal drama and to remember who I am and be that. So my intention for this really is to step into that and to let go of this attraction for specialness inside of myself. So thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's great.
Thank you, Catherine. Yeah.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Renier. From South Africa, and I'm really grateful and feel rather blessed to be here. Like Kat said, this is like a prayer that's being answered. Yeah, my greatest obstacle, challenge in front of me is fear. yeah, and my fear takes me into a place where instead of working on building a holy relationship, I rather tend to go to special hate and be in a place where I feel so hurt by what is happening that I just don't understand. And it's really only in one area that I have this challenge. And it's super hard. It's tough for me to even just talk about this. It's not something that I can just tell even my closest friend. It's not like, hey, come sit here and listen to, this is what's going on in my heart. This is how I'm feeling because that's happening. Because at the same time, I know the more I speak about it, the more I make it real. And as Kat is saying, we in prayer asking, please help us. And the answer that did come was really simple. Like, how much do you love yourself? And if it's on a scale of 1 to 10, if it's just 5, how is the other 5 reached? It's like, that is what we are running around outside of ourselves to receive that love, because we don't have it for ourselves. And that process has definitely been helping us, but my fear is still very much there. And that's my prayer for healing on my fear. Thank you so much for a beautiful opening, and I'm excited for this journey. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rainier.
Yeah, glad to have you with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. And I think everyone can relate to the experience of like one difficult area, or there could be a few, of course, but it's very specific with our minds, with what we're dealing with. So in this group too, we will invite very much openness with those kind of core issues that you're dealing with, so that we can really dive in and help to release those. But yeah, so beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, now we can go on to Angie and Wesley.
Hey everybody.
Hi there.
We've had an interesting week and a half. There was a lot of healing, I mean, there always is, but there was this really sharp contrast for me. Angie got the guidance to create a project around holy relationships, so we prayed on it. Didn't really take any significant steps forward, seemingly. But someone contacted me, or I ended up contacting him after he added me as a Facebook friend, and we were talking about relationships. And because Angie and I share quite a lot with David after the movie and during expression sessions, so people see what's going on with us. And so I was in this conversation with this man, and he basically was telling me I shouldn't share my private thoughts, that it was too much. And I said, no, I need to do that. And I explained our process over the last year. And this, in hindsight, felt like this project. Like, it didn't look like anything, but it was actually extending the healing that we've been through together. And then we went through this period of 3 days or 4 days where there was just so much ease and love for me and seemingly for Angie. And then I slowly watched as the ego thoughts started to creep back in. And what I see now, or what it looks like in the simplest form, is that there's grievance in the mind. And it shows up for me as anger, and it seemingly shows up as Angie for anger also. And then yesterday, after a few days of that, Angie went to the store, and this woman was so angry and expressed all of her anger thoughts with her. And Angie came back after holding this space for this woman, and she basically said to her, just forgive the person that you're angry with. And she came back and she was so happy. And when she was at the store, I looked at my phone, and all of these little videos, like 30-second videos, were all people fighting. like, it was like 3 or 4 videos in a row. And I was like, what the hell is this all about? And earlier in the morning, I expressed some anger thoughts with Angie and then completely let it go. And I just felt like at peace again. And so for me, for the 6 weeks, what I want to intend, you know, maybe some stuff in the forum in terms of this project, but ultimately is true forgiveness in my connection with Angie. Like, I'm not forgiving Angie, but true forgiveness of realizing that what I'm seeing isn't actually what's happening, that it never really did happen, and that I can just completely drop it and see the illusion of this person, I think, outside of me is doing something against me. And we go through that. But I mean, I say, the thought comes, I want that to speed up or whatever, but like, I don't know what that looks like, but for this 6 weeks, my intention, I want it to be true forgiveness. Because I think I know what that means right now. And I experience it, and I experience not seeing a person and then recognizing that nothing ever happened, but I still have an idea about what that is. So I want to deepen in true forgiveness. It's specifically in connection with Angie, but, you know, with myself, to recognize in my own mind that this story that I've been telling with the personal Wesley isn't true, and that there's somebody else that is a person that I'm having a problem with. Yeah, I want to heal those ideas in my mind.
Awesome. What a good and helpful intention. It's simple, you know, but the core idea here is forgiveness. Yeah. And yeah, and you mentioned anger. So forgiveness of the anger, of what is believed to cause the anger. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, I like it too.
My intention for this week's is the same, through forgiveness, because I think that I know, but I really don't know. Still believe that something external that cause something emotion and something thoughts, and I want really go deeper in that. The Spirit show me and give me the true forgiveness and consistency. You know, it's like moments or one day I want really experience the forgiveness, true forgiveness constantly. And I want Spirit help me with my specialties, with myself and all my relationships. Like I thinking that they are whatever, and my roles, my strong roles, like wife or daughter, sister, whatever that are, I feel that it's still strong for myself, that thinking that is that I am these roles and are strong, and yeah, to let it go and feel free and follow the guidance of what is more helpful in the moment and speak my truth. The thinking that the Spirit can show me this couple days that this is so strong in my mind. Once often my auntie passed away yesterday, and we went to the funeral yesterday. But here in Mexico are 2 days, and today's both the church and cemetery, and this was the same hour that need to go there, that open the opportunity to come in the retreat. It was obvious that the spirits provide that to release this.
Maybe we keep it a little short now, Angie, and not so many details on, but I feel you shared that the intention is so clear, the undoing of the roles and the special relationships and the forgiveness process. That feels clear. That feels like a really powerful intention for these sessions. Yeah. Let's stick to that. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to take us all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys. Okay. Who else would like to share with us?
Karin.
Yeah, I'm Karin from Denmark. And it's really amazing. We are 4 Danes here and we know each other. So, wow, it feels like my family. It feels like my family. This, I hope it's holy relationship. Yeah, well, I'm here because, yeah, I'm really, what's going on for me is looking at my special relationships, especially my son and his wife and my granddaughter. And of course other people, but especially this relationship brings a lot of old guilt up, and I can see it's an old pattern because today I've been watching my mind, and I have it not only with him, but it turns up in many other relationships. I come to this point where I have this, I really feel when I feel not in peace, I feel this enormous guilt, and I step back, and I think I hide, yeah. And I would like to invite the Holy Spirit in this process in my relationships, so I can see it in another way instead of going into these old patterns and choose all these illusions again and again and again. Yeah, I think that's what's keep me from just taking the steps towards what I really want. It's if it holds me back, these special relationships, or I think I need them, or I think I need something in these relationships, but it doesn't feel nice or in peace. So that's why I thought I better join this this course. Yeah, I'm really willing to look at it, and yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
To let us move forward. We want to clear that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all these things are coming up because I'm considering moving to your place and join you again. And yeah, it's if I had to, there's something here I have to look at so that I'm ready to take the next step. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel that.
Yeah, and I just want to acknowledge your willingness to keep going deeper with this. I remember when I picked you up at the airport when you were here last, this was the big theme. You told me right off the bat, this is my big thing.
Yeah.
To be, away from the family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep washing it. Keep washing it over and over, but as often as we need to.
Yeah, and when I am in that, they say, you can't go, we need you here. But it's really, I don't feel at peace. I don't want to sit here and wait till they need me. So I have to go through this, what are my beliefs, and yeah. I want to have joy in my life and being other not special relationships. That's what I want. That's what I'm longing for, actually. Yeah.
Yay,
so,
beautiful.
Yeah. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah. I felt those prayers. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Denise, and I'm here for a short stay at the moment. And I suppose, yeah, my intention is I'm in a new relationship with Matthew that's here, and yeah, it's just very early days, but it's very healing so far. And my intention really is to, I suppose, do the series with Matthew and just keep the goal out there for healing of the mind through this opportunity for a holy relationship, you know. So yeah, that's me.
That's great.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you, Denise.
Yeah, we recently had a retreat in December here in Spain, and Denise came there to the retreat. And then one of the earlier days that we were having dinner, and all of a sudden I could feel this kind of vibe, this love vibe, and it was as if like a vortex or something in the room. There was like, they sat like diagonally. There was a big dinner table. So one sat in one corner and the other in the other corner. And I could see it vibrationally and feel it because it was so much love. And then I asked Matthew later, was there something, you know, coming in there? And say, oh yeah. Strong vibrational relationship, guided relationship. Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful to have you here too now, Denise. Matthew's been with us for several months, and yeah. So yeah, it's beautiful to nurture this. Yeah. Thank you. Would you like to say a few words about your intention, or you feel this?
Yeah. Yeah, hi everyone. Yeah, I think it's this my goal, you know, for this series and for the relationship is what Denise said as well. Just for healing of the mind. And you know, I guess one of my big problems has always been, you know, fear of intimacy, fear of just being close, you know, not always sexual stuff, but just being close, you know, a lot with the same person, you know, throughout the day. That was terrifying. Yeah, and night, yeah. That's always been kind of terrifying to me. But it's been amazing, you know, actually facing this already and so far with Denise, it's been really amazing and I really like it. But yeah, my goal is to just to open up more and more to love and to being loved and to learning how to love. Yeah, and not withdraw and hide from that, because I've been doing that probably my whole life. You know, the only other relationships I was in the past was all alcohol and drug related. I couldn't really connect without that sort of stuff. So it's really nice. Yeah, I can feel the healing has already begun, and I'm really happy and grateful for that, for this opportunity. So yeah, thanks.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, powerful. The healing will keep unfolding.
Yeah. Yeah, the spirit doesn't wait. When the readiness is there, then the means will show up to heal whatever is ready. It's beautiful. Means of relationship. Yeah. Yeah. Who would like to come next? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sola. One of the 4 days. Yeah, just before here, I was trying to remember when was the last series of this, and I just couldn't place it somehow. And I think, yeah, wow, so much happened. I'm so happy to be back in this series again. Yeah, I'm one of the marriages too. I was the last time in an online relationship, you can call it, with Peter, and now we're married and here, living here. Yeah, I had no idea that was going to happen. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess my intention with being here is just opening up and looking whatever is there. At the moment, it's a lot of abandonment stuff coming up, and it's heavy, and I'm so happy to be here with a lot of loving people to go through this, because yeah, I guess there's just a lot of difficult things to look at. Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. And this thing about relationships, if you had asked, I would never have thought that I would be married to Peter. I wouldn't even never, as we normally say, we wouldn't have picked each other. So it really felt like we were picked and shown, yeah, would help. Yeah, that this was healing, a huge amount of healing. Yeah. Yeah. So that's it.
Mm. Thank you.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Mm.
Yeah, you're not alone.
No, I'm beginning to believe that. I guess I have my whole life really felt totally alone, most of no, all the time. So yeah, yeah, and experiencing being married with Peter, not even knowing, suddenly, wow, are we going to be married? And doing that, and it wasn't until after I realized, yeah, I needed that. I did need that. It was necessary for me to just keep going. So yeah, amazing to look at it after. So that's
Yeah, we're given exactly what we need in the level of form, even if we don't know consciously what that is.
And don't understand.
Right.
Yeah.
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 We don't have to understand. That's the good news. Someone's got a plan.
Yeah. Have to trust. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice to be here. Nice to see you.
Hi, everybody. I want to say I don't know. But I think that the relationship with Solveig, it's been so central for me. And it's just an amazing opportunity to heal my mind. And I really want to support her to heal hers. And I know that I can't really heal mine without supporting others to do the same. So I feel that in the community. So really all the relationships I feel are modeled on ideally a holy relationship, trying to do this with everybody. But it has been remarkable with Solveig. It's like being a very different type of relationship, and where the heart has emerged together. And neither of us are the type for each other. Neither of us are the stereotype. And yet we've wanted to be together. In fact, it's been like essential, and it all happened very fast. And that's been a great gift after slogging through some pretty distressing relationships for decades, in truth. And so it does feel very liberating, and still really only learning about it all. So kind of going into unworthiness and abandonment stuff, it's a real opportunity to be able to share that with somebody else, rather than constantly protect it and defend it, and to actually just be open about it, even to be open about, well, I hate you right now, you know, I mean, that just, or I'm angry, or so that feels a great relief, increasingly feeling freer and freer to express what is in my mind at any moment. Usually there can be some fear and terror for a while, but then usually it comes back round, and I know I can in time share it. And that's really supported by the community, but also by Jenny and Barret has been really important, giving permission and also just giving an example, really. And that's important. That's been really important. So my purpose is just to continue, really, and hopefully be surprised, because I am often surprised. And that feels like a good thing. And it's really helped to break out of this very rigid identity. And yeah, so a lot has happened in a short time. Moving to a new country, community, marriage, traveling Denmark and back, and England and back, and so on and so forth. All of that has been part of really shaking everything up. And yeah, I think that's it.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's a great summary.
Yeah.
The healing journey.
I like when Spirit uses what happens in the world to orchestrate things. Like they kind of had to get married to be together because he's from the Brexit area, from the UK. so it did speed up things. Sometimes that helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jonas, would you like to come in?
Yeah. Hello, guys. Yeah, for me, I have had the online connection to a woman who also studies the course for 3 months, and it feels actually like we share a lot of love, and yet in my mind, it doesn't seem like a real relationship. And I don't know if it is because she lives in Brazil, and I believe in that limitation, that she is too far away and it will not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Or if it's because I believe that I don't have so much to give right now. Yeah, so, and it could also be that my lack of interest is just because I'm interested in everybody now and sharing the light with everybody. So it's not really so important for me to get her. and she likes me a lot, and she wants to talk every day, and she expresses her sadness when I'm not that can you say
Enthusiastic.
Yeah, or invested. Yeah. But yeah, as Matthew said, it's about not hiding. And for me, even in a 7 years relationship I had to a woman, I would always find a way to hide the sharing of the love that I seem to fear. So I think I cannot hide with her. Actually, she has a lot of love.
That's a gift.
Mm-hmm. And she wants to come to Denmark, actually. So that's
all right.
Okay.
Great. Yeah.
It was a surprise.
I know.
I didn't even know. No. You were not that invested.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. That's very good.
Very good. Yeah. Powerful prayers. Yeah. Finding self-love and doing specialness, relationship with children, roles, forgiveness, healing past trauma. Yeah. That is very beautiful and deepening in given relationships. I think this series will become really rich. These are strong prayers.
Yeah. Yeah, the call for healing is strong, and it inevitably leads to the healing. When that is there, the healing has to unfold. I do see Francois here too. Francois, we've been sharing intentions for our time together. Do you have an intention you'd like to share with us?
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
My intention would be healing. Healing. Yes. Healing of specialness. healing of fear of intimacy, and fear of love, healing of fear of love.
Well, that sounds like it.
Yeah.
I think if you can heal those things, you're going to be in really good shape.
Yes, thank
Yeah. Thank you. Healing fear of intimacy, healing fear of love, and roles, specialness. Yeah. I can just feel that the Holy Spirit is just in such support for all those prayers. And the healing is happening like now. It is going to happen throughout this series and throughout even the times in between that we meet, of course, because you have your own inner guide and inner relationship with Spirit. So, but I can feel it. I feel the vibe. It's strong, very strong. So we have a few more minutes left. So how shall we use them, Barret?
Yeah, I guess I just feel like there could be maybe just one sharing. It's like someone's heart is really just kind of big. There's something big that's here for someone, and maybe we can just be there for that person.
And if you're afraid, if you think it's probably me, but I'm not sure, I think then it's you.
Listening, Matthew, and you were talking about alcohol, and I did that a lot too, and a lot of the men talking about hiding in love made me think of this. I don't know, I'm suddenly nervous and I'm fumbling to find it. Here we go. This is from an experience I had, probably what my first spiritual experience when I thought, you know, that maybe there really was a God. Remember that time in the desert, in the white car, on the hot road, that seemed like it would fall apart into nothing, into snow, into a space in your breath? Remember Arizona 1997, where no things came to be counted, just sand grains agreeing to their sameness, their oneness, just specks, just tiny things next to tiny things, just a mutual stretch to underline the sky, each granule hugging it all, heaving upwards into that mountain, unwavering, like statues of the sitting Buddha, like the thought of God, like the eternal answer, just you in a Toyota, suffering, not knowing how to sit with yourself without being crowded, not knowing how to sit with others without being alone. Just a copy of the Dharma bums on the dash and a wish for beer and Irish whiskey. And it felt like one day the fear would just fold you up into something that couldn't talk at all. That mountain, just that mountain way out there. And you kept staring until you were heaving upward with the sand grains, out of something and into something at the same time, with no difference between here or there or start or finish. Remember forgetting you had a body, except for that one thin river on the shore of your eyelid, meeting the field of your cheek. Those tears were hot and lovely, and it was maybe the first time you cried when you weren't angry. Remember forgetting your body, just like opening a handful of goose down in the slight wind, You were all float and feather, and everything was pure and gold and everywhere. And the car was inside you, and you were in the car, and the car was out there, and your left foot was in Utah, and your tongue was in heaven, and your highway was a spine, and you were driving -2 miles per hour, but you had already arrived everywhere, at the home that you never left, at the place you dreamed was gone, and for the first time you didn't hurt. And you weren't waiting for something or somebody, and you were perfect, and your bad thoughts were little nothings. That was the day that God whispered in your ear, and it was so very simple to let go of this world that you couldn't remember how to do it again. You couldn't remember how to do it again, and you confused the mountain with silence, and you thought that the desert was prayer. And that was the first day that you knew you were loved, and that there was no difference between being loved and being loved. You've been driving around looking for the right mountain ever since. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. You are already there.
That was strong. Thank you, Christopher.
Yeah, that's a real gift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very good. I'm glad we are here now. This seeking and maybe seeking to free the body has been sought in the wrong places or not so helpful places in the past. And maybe that was why you felt to share with Matthew the alcohol and drugs. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for sharing that poem.
Yeah, I feel like you just gave us a window into your soul. Well, maybe that can be the exclamation point on our time together.
Yeah. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful first session, and to have all the prayers shared, and they're put now in the bucket here. They're going to be with us for the next 6 weeks, and Spirit's gonna, yeah, clear them, clear the bucket. Let the light shine on each and every one of those prayers.
Yeah. And we know, again, we go so deep in our time together. Stuff will come up in between sessions. If it feels like you kind of need a little support, need something, in between, just let us know. We do one-on-one sessions with people too. If there's something that's going on that you need a little extra help with, then that can be something that comes through as a part of our time together. And for those of you in the Eastern Hemisphere, we do have a Sunday morning gathering too. Each week it's a separate thing from the series, but you're welcome to join us 10 a.m. on Sundays, 10 a.m. Spain time. Or, if you're in the US and you want to get up at 3 in the morning, you can do that too.
Yeah. Some people do that. It's nice. Yeah. Yeah. Have a lovely day, a lovely night, wherever you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big blessings.
Big love to everyone. Bye for now.